Right, so I'm in the creative copy of the survival world, and I have a confession to make. So, obviously, I haven't uploaded in a while, and the reason for that is, well, mainly because of burnout, but the reason you don't have the first episode to this series, I think I recorded about 8 hours worth of footage, only to realize that while in the editing process, that it was completely unusable. I want to apologize. I want to apologize for the lack of uploads. I'm aware that none of you would probably see this, but Minecraft has never looked this good, man. It's never looked so good. Right, so the reason, like I said, the reason I haven't uploaded is because of burnout and the fact that all the 8.5, 9 hours of footage I recorded in this survival world. Keep in mind that this is a copy, which is why I'm in creative. It's not the actual survival world. The footage was completely unusable. I really wasn't happy with it. It would be a case. Let me go down to the house really quick. I'll show you what we actually did. So, we spawned over in this direction. So if I remember correctly, yeah, this is where we actually spawned. I scaled this mountain range and did a whole bunch of stuff. Nothing too important before inevitably settling down in this area because it has like the cherry biomes and it's a big open plains biome. It's very nice looking. But the problem that I actually ran into is the fact that when I was recording the footage, this is the house, by the way. It's not the greatest house I've ever built. It's certainly unique, but I'm happy with it. You know what I mean? Oh look, it's Eddie. Eddie's been hanging around for a while. He places dirt in my basement, but this is the house. So it's not the best house I've ever made, but you know, I'm happy with it. It's certainly unique. It's definitely one of the more detailed ones. It's quite maximalist in the way it's detailed. I'm very happy with it, but the problem is the footage was completely unusable. It would be a case of like, okay, I'm gonna start building my house, and then I'd cut, and then I'd resume the recording again and be like, okay, so I built this, and I would try and justify myself instead of just like building the whole thing. And I survived over 100 days in this world, which is the first time I've ever done that. And it's just like, I just wasn't happy with the footage. I wasn't happy with it. There was nothing I could do with it. Even in the editing process, all of the clips I recorded were so all over the place. Just random jumps, random time skips, nothing made sense. I was like, how am I supposed to make a good video out of this? You know? How was I supposed to make a good video out of this? Because I wanna make good content, you know what I mean? And I want it to make sense, and I shouldn't have to be cutting the video constantly and then trying to justify myself and do shit where I show all my stats and stuff just to, like, you know what I mean? Just to, like, justify myself. Just to show to people that I actually did it. And I feel like the reason I was doing all this in the cuts is it was just, I became very conscious of time, attention, numbers, all of that stuff, because obviously we'd been playing Schedule 1 and people were watching it, and I was terrified that nobody would return and the channel would kind of plateau. And obviously these things take time, do you know what I mean? I don't want to, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I want to make good content. I got too caught up in numbers and retention, and the reason I was cutting so much in the video is because I thought people would lose interest. This is why I'm making this video, because not only is it a channel update, because we'll get onto that in a second, but it's also just a world update, because I want this to be the forever world, you know what I mean? And I have a lot of stuff planned when it comes to builds. I mean, a lot of stuff when it comes to builds, even a mega base, which I'll talk to you about shortly. But I'll give you a tour of the house really quick, just so what I'm saying can at least make sense. So I have a storage area here. If you come up to here, you have all my dogs that I've adopted. I found them over the mountain ranges in different biomes. There is I don't know if you can see it, but I think it's over in this direction. There's like a double ancient city, which is what I made the trailer for this series. But this is the house. As you can see, there's nothing done. It's just the house itself has been built up. And I got a staircase here, which I hate, and I'm going to change. That goes up to where I sleep, and there's just bookshelves and stuff here. That's it. That's all there is in a house, and it took a very long time. Especially getting like all the diorite and the calcite. But if you come out the back door here, this was the other important part of the base that I wanted to do. So essentially I wanted an underground area like this, where there's all storage on the top row and all underneath were stalls for villagers. Speaking of which, where are all the villagers gone? Okay, there's one there. Who is it? I think it's Antonio. Is that Antonio? Yeah, it's Antonio. Antonio has just been hanging around. We only have fishermen right now because the barrels. But as you can see by looking at this, this is all unsymmetrical and a complete nightmare. So I have to redo all of this as well. So it was just like, I was so caught up on stuff and so burnt out and like rushing to get a video out that I messed up the whole build. So in the actual survival world, I have to completely redo all of this now. So when I inevitably do the proper first episode of this, kind of introducing you to like my forever world or whatever, like there's going to be even more progress made just cleaning up the mistakes I made. Kind of like a fresh start. That's what I'm giving myself. 100 days. It was a lot of wasted energy on trying to edit and film. I do not regret putting the energy into the actual world itself, but everything else was a complete nightmare, and I was building lore and everything, and all those clips got like mixed up, and that was super annoying. But there's hope, because, well, I mean, first of all, look at how beautiful this is. I'm using the Iteration T 3.2.0 shaders. I'll leave a link in the description. And I have a PBR pack on, which gives the blocks like that kind of that like texture to them. So I'll leave links to that into the description and my config in case anyone's interested. But I wanted to show you over here really quick, because look at the map. Tell me this isn't perfect for a city. Isn't it? So perfect for a city. There's a ruin there, which we can actually teleport to. So, like, look at this. So, obviously, there's a big forest, but I can chop all those down. But then I could clear all this area out. And this, I think, is where I'm going to put my mega base. I think so. So, I don't know how many of you know, but in a couple of videos, I said that Bloodborne is my favorite game of all time. And what I had in mind to put here was, I'll put an image on screen. So obviously that's a massive build, but I've already been messing around with it in creative, and once it's done, I'm going to save the Lightmatica blueprint for it, and I'll paste it into the world, and I'll build it in survival. That's the goal anyway. But that's once all of this is cleared out, all of this is cleared out, we have full netherite, shit like that. But there's so much to do in this world, and I feel very stupid that I wasted so much time on pointless footage, because now it seems like, for all I know, for the people watching will be like, oh, he just built it in creative and then he's saying it was in survival. I could show you the stats. This is a creative copy of the survival world. Like, this is everything you have seen has been done in survival. And I just filmed it wrong, you know. I wasn't happy with the footage, man. I just wasn't happy. It was very poor, and as I said already, I got too caught up in like retention and keeping the video flowing, and so people wouldn't lose interest in all this. I just caught up in it instead of doing whatever I wanted to. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna go with the flow of things. I'm going to film as much as I can. Now, this isn't the first episode, obviously. This is just a channel update video. But when it comes to this world, I'm just going to go at my own pace and record as much as possible. Obviously, I won't be able to record absolutely everything because I have a 1TB SSD, and I currently do not have the money to get another one, so. But that'll come. Eventually, you'll see everything, but I just can't right now. my hard drive needs the space, dude. The only game I have on my hard drive right now is Minecraft. Everything else is used for like music and stuff, so I gotta be conscientious of like you know, how much space footage is taken up and stuff like that. But anyway, talking about music, it's something I'm slowly getting back into. I've been taking a break from it, but I have some inspiration now and I have some new equipment. This video is actually being recorded on my new interface with my mic directly plugged into it, so now there's no delay anymore. I personally think it sounds much better. And yeah, that's what we have for now. There's a lot to do. So the next time you see this world, I don't know, I'm not going to say, oh, I have it out in 2 weeks. I don't know how long it's going to take to record a video because I still work. Like, I still have a job outside of YouTube. Obviously, the goal is to make this my source of income. And if that ever happens, it's going to be mind-blowing. But I'm off to a rough start, but I really appreciate all of you being here, and I really appreciate all the support you've shown me on the previous videos. But yeah, so the next time you see this place, it'll be very different, and it'll actually feel like a cinematic experience, a cinematic series where I make progress, you know? So, thank you for watching.